Hey, what's up YouTube? It is Captain Shock here. Today I'm bringing you episode 8 of the most elite weapon setup videos, and today I will be talking about the FHR-40 submachine gun. Now this variant of the FHR-40 is called the Windfall, and you can actually unlock it by completing the mission team. You can earn it, you don't have to buy it with salvage. So I highly recommend completing the first 2 mission teams because you can unlock the Karma Phobos, which is an epic version of the Karma, and the FHR Windfall, which you're seeing right now. This is the epic version of the FHR-40. Now the first attachment that will help make this gun elite is the laser sight. The FHR-40 already has amazing hipfire, and when you put the laser sight on, you're actually taking advantage of what the game is giving you. You're taking advantage of the gun and of the specifications, and you will see me here just hip firing and destroying the opponents. Now what is the advantage of this? Well, remember, if you start hip firing when you encounter an enemy, that person has to aim down sights first, and they're taking up time to start shooting you. Whereas if you start hip firing first, you're going to be hitting them before they even raise their guns on target against you. Recently, the developers have nerfed the sprint out times for the assault rifles and the LMGs. So of course, if they want to aim down sights on you, their sprint out times has been increased, but the SMGs have been left untouched. Therefore, the SMGs have superior sprint out times even without Gung Ho, and if you add that laser sight on to your SMG like the Windfall, the FHR-40, you will melt opponents before they can even bring their guns up on sight against you. The FHR-40 is meant to be used at close ranges, so you keep your encounters at close ranges inside buildings and you bring them to you. You don't engage long range targets or even medium range targets with this weapon. You will get a lot of hit markers. At ranges like these, the gun is almost unstoppable, and you will have a major advantage over your opponents. Imagine if you're playing hardcore as well, you don't even have to aim down sights when you're in close range encounters. You just hip fire them and destroy them. It will be very powerful in hardcore if used correctly. You also want to flank around the map with this weapon and get behind enemy lines, get up close to them, destroy them and move away. Which brings me to the second attachment that will help make this gun elite, and that is Suppressor, aka the silencer. This gun is meant to be used behind enemy lines. It's meant to be up close, in your face, hit them from the flanks, harassing the enemies and moving away. However, when you're engaging the enemy, you don't want to alert the other enemies around you who have that range between you, and they will destroy you with that range if they have assault rifles or even other submachine guns. Range will be your biggest enemy with this weapon, so of course you want to get close to the enemies and you want to move away as soon as you destroy a few of them. So always keep in mind when you're using this weapon to really make sure and ensure that you are at a suitable range before you engage enemies and before they engage you. I see many people getting frustrated by using this weapon, but that's because they engage in medium range targets. You really have to keep it at close range because otherwise you will get so many hit markers. Now the final attachment that will make this gun elite is grip. Grip is actually beneficial for this weapon. This gun is a high recoil, very fast time to kill weapon with also a very fast fire rate. So what the developers did to balance that is they added a lot of recoil to this weapon. So by now a picture is building in your mind of what the developers wanted this gun to be and what it was meant to be used for. Now I chose grip over quick draw because the majority of people will not be able to handle the recoil of this weapon, and sometimes you will have those medium range encounters. You will have to fight and engage. So the grip helps out a lot in that regard. But of course with quick draw, the quick draw you snap onto the target a lot quicker. However, remember you were using a laser sight on this weapon, so you're supposed to be hip firing first, getting a few shots in and then ADSing onto the target. That's how the gun is meant to be used. That's a tactic for the gun. And with the hipfire to ADS in technique, you will destroy your opponents in a very short space of time. Whereas if you aim down sights first, you will be losing some time in that engagement. I can go very deep and in depth about it, but you just have to trust me. Now, if you think you can control the recoil, if you're an advanced player and you can control the recoil, then remove the grip and put on the quick draw. That may help you out a lot more. But as of now, the majority of people will find the gun is more consistent with that grip. Even the really good players, top tier players, struggle sometimes with the recoil. I do at times as well. However, with the hipfire to ADS technique, you really don't need quick draw on this weapon. And it's an SMG as well. The ADS time is already good without quick draw. You have to remember that. You will beat a lot of guns straight off the bat without quick draw. But it's all down to you on that day and how you feel about the recoil. However, you can see I'm destroying without the quick draw. Therefore, the final 3 attachments that will make the FHR-40 Elite is silencer, laser sight, and grip. As for the perks, you want to use dexterity. Dexterity is a must. So dexterity, ghost, scavenger, and dead silence. For the specialist, you either want to use phase shift, of course, with perception, or synaptic with rewind and propulsion. But of course, the merc is also a very good specialist to use. When you pop that reactive armor, you can get some really nice feeds with it. So of course, use the reactive armor and the infusion, which regenerates your health. If I had to use this gun unsuppressed, I will be using rifle to barrel, quick draw, and grip. Now you can have the confidence knowing that your FHR with these attachments will be elite, and you will be able to destroy and push the gun and yourself to the limits. This setup is exactly what I will personally use to destroy lobbies with. And it also already comes with a great sight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, and please share the videos, guys. I would appreciate it. And thank you so much for sharing the videos, and do subscribe if you haven't already. Take care. Bye. 38 KD, get wrecked, boys.